Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel. It's the Tier 6 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Serene Coast, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and it's his first contribution to this week's competition between him and Angelina75 for the Weekend Lion. Well, as you may know, Talon won last week, and he rather enjoyed his Weekend Lion, because he hasn't had one for a while. Most of the members of the family have been ill in one sort or another, and, well, if it wasn't Talon, it was Angelina that wasn't feeling up to it, and therefore they didn't actually have a winner until last week, when Talon actually did win by getting a first class and a Confederate, if I remember correctly. Or was it just a first class win? Anyway, in this one, he started out with the Arty, the dust-like, one of the ones he likes the most. It's the 15cm howitzer mounted on top of a hull that would have belonged to a Mark IV with a Mark III bits in it. Now, he fired into that hole because he believed that there was an NVIDIA 178B stuck in there. He couldn't get free. He was desperately trying to. One of our teammates went in immediately afterwards to try and get a shot. He has got a target now. So Firefly 5C is waiting for the reload. Rounds out straight away. And the guy pulls back, but he still takes splash for 107, so it's a good start. Now, this was a late war Arty. In fact, like the Gorilla before it, they're both actually designs that came about after, well, almost the end of the war. Lining up on the AMD, guys moving back, rounds out, and yes, he gets some damage, 153, and the AMD's a one shot. So if anyone sees him, he's going to be out the game. He's got very wonky wheels as well. So if he stays like that, Talon will have him. He's just sticking around, he's not moving, he's just taking shots or whatever he can see, and we're loaded. So let's see if we can get the, oh, he's pulls forward to avoid that shell. He's sticking with it because that AMD doesn't want to go away, and now he's out the game. But did you just see that? That was a counter battery attempted on Talon. Didn't get any damage, but he did land the shell fairly close to Talon, so it means that the enemy RT knows where he is. At least he's seen the tracer and he's trying to get him. Now, it's funny that that should happen, because the Hummel was in fact mostly engaged in counter battery work. The original Hummels that were designed and completed in 1944, the first ones that came off the production line, they were sent to Russia straight away, and they were used as counter battery fired artillery. They weren't used to actually attack the enemy troops concentrations or anything like that. They were primarily tasked with taking out a Soviet Arty that was working on attacking the German forces. So whenever they detected where the Russians were, they immediately started work to try and get rid of them. This is a tier 6 game with only tier 6 in it. He has been spotted again. He's not having much luck. I'm wondering who it is. In fact, now we know it who it is. It's this Hellcat, and he shotguns the guy. Now, who's going to die first? Ram? Yes! Lovely ram kill. Yes, he took a big 90mm round from that Hellcat, but it didn't stop him. He lost 232 hit points to that shot, and 17 hit points in the actual ram itself. But the idea is, if you do come across a situation like that, and the enemy does get a solid hit on you, and then you hit the enemy solidly as well, then obviously you can shotgun them, then you go in for the ram and try and just nudge them or hit them just slightly, even just sideswipe them, and that will take them out of the game once and for all. There's only 3 enemies left in the game at the moment. There's an ARL-44, an Aslains, or a box tank. And as far as we can tell, the closest one is the Aslains. And that, I think, is what Talon is going to aim for. Now the Nashorn is basically the same hull, but with an 88mm gun instead of the howitzer. Nashorns were particularly effective, and because the way that the vehicle was set up, you can actually replace the gun fairly easily by just taking it out of the mount and refitting it with another one. The same thing would happen with the Hummels. They actually had some vehicles which were munitions target. Basically, they just carry shells. They look identical, just don't have the howitzer. And all the Germans had to do was swap the howitzer for to turn it into an artillery piece. He's got a direct hit on that box tank. Now, it did land a little too close to the heavy tank number 6, who was holding in place. But because he was hit, I don't think he could actually shoot at our heavy tank number 6. And they got the victory. Here's the end of battle results. And he called this video ramming speed. Yes, because of his ram kill on a Hellcat. He got a second-class tanker out of this game, as well as a Bruce medal, for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 5 exactly. His win rate from the game was 1,774, which is very good indeed. And in fact, actually, that ram on the enemy, well, it took out the Hellcat, but he wouldn't have got a Confederate anyway because he was too short on what he needed to get the Confederate medal. But let's have a look at the team score. And we can see that he didn't get the highest damage. That actually went to the KV2 on our team. We got 1,728 hit points. Second highest damage went to the heavy tank number 6. And I think his tactic there with the box tank was to hold him in place so that Talon could then actually get a direct hit. And then he could take the shot that would actually kill the guy off. It looked to me like the box tank was in reload at that particular point in time. And of course, as he has a 13cm naval gun as his main armament, he's particularly deadly. So you don't really want to receive a round from a box tank. But by holding him in place like that, he actually made it easier for Talon to get his shot in, which made the box tank vulnerable. And then the heavy tank could actually get the kill. When it came to the third place, man, that actually went to the 555C on the enemy team. 1,283 hit points of damage went to him. He was their best player. Talon actually got 1,102. He was actually beaten by only 2 members of the enemy team, and 4 members of his own team, puts him in 7th place when it comes to damage. When it comes to kills, though, it was the A43 on our team who got 5. He also got a Pescucci's medal, so he must have killed both enemy SPGs on the enemy team. 3 kills went to the heavy tank number 6, and 2 kills went to the 555C and the ARL-44 on the enemy team, and also our KV2. Talon only got the 1 kill. When it came to base XP, he's in 5th place. Sorry, got it right the last time. The top scorer was the heavy tank number 6, who got 888. 765 went to the A43, 743 went to the CDT, and then we've got Talon down here at 602. Still beats all the players on the enemy team, but only 5th place on his own team. He fired only 7 rounds. Now, as most of you know, you need to get off at least 10, 11, maybe 12 rounds to get a decent score, maybe an ace tanker in a game. Very difficult to get an ace tanker with only 7 rounds. In fact, virtually impossible. So he did very well to get the second class that he did get. 2 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 5 splash. The penetrating shot, I think, might have been on, if I have a look at it, was it the AMD that he actually penetrated? I'm looking down this list. He didn't penetrate the box tag. It's not the AMD. It was the Hellcat. He got 508 hit points against that guy. I reckon the Hellcat must have been thinking, oh no, I did the wrong thing. I attacked a Hummel from the front, and he managed to get 1 off against me. Yes, he must have been regretting that a lot. In fact, he shouldn't have even tried to ram Talon once he'd actually been hit. He should have avoided him altogether, try and get behind him and then shoot him again in the rear. But no, he didn't know about that. And once you've been hit, you forget about all these sort of things. You think, oh, damn it all, I'll just go in for the ram kill. But no, that's the worst thing you can possibly do, because even if you do kill the target, the Hummel, then you're more likely going to go out of it as well in the game. So never try to ram kill after you've been shotgunned that badly. Looking at the details, we can see that 2 direct hits, 1 penetration, that's the Hellcat, 5 splashes, 1,102 hit points of damage, of which 594 were at more than 300 meters. So you see about half the damage was actually done at close range. 1 hit received, it was a penetrating shot from a 90mm gun on the Hellcat. 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 kill. So yes, he was 2 out from getting a Confederate. 233 hit points of stun assist, or 5 stuns. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 108,680 credits. That's mostly down to Holiday Ops, which he got 81,231 credits from. But he also picked up 4,967 experience points out of that one as well. And again, a Holiday Ops completion and ×5 on this day. So it is very much worth taking a few hours of your time just to play a few games, because you will earn massive amounts of credits and massive amounts of XP during the Holiday Ops period. I know, because I've actually been doing that myself. I took off yesterday, the Christmas day, because I wasn't going to be with my family. I'd actually had my Christmas beforehand, but I actually took off a few hours to enjoy myself and earn a few credits. So that puts Talon in the lead for this week's competition with a 2nd class and a bruiser. And it's now up to Angelina to come back with her response and see if she can beat him. If Angelina does get an ace tanker, the competition is won there and then. But we'll just have to wait and see exactly how well they do. Because, of course, with Christmas, they've got a little boy, and he's probably enjoying himself a great deal with all the toys he's got. And their moments are going to be distracted with friends and family and everything like that. So thanks very much to Talon for sending this one in, and we'll just have to wait and see what Angelina can come back with. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.